What it do? What's the word? What the feeling? What's up, Rockman Crew, aka my familia? What up with y'all? Shout out to all the Hispanics out there. Yes, sir. It's Tashan, man. Hey, y'all, welcome back to another video. So look, y'all, I'm making this video because unfortunately, I had a video posted for, well, I was supposed to have it posted today. It's already made. The problem is I can't post it because it's on my MacBook and I high-key don't have any Wi-Fi right now, not till tomorrow. So I said it's either I could wait till tomorrow and post for y'all, or I could make a video for y'all today and post it off my phone. So with that being said, today's video, y'all, is titled Round of Applause. The day that I got bit in the fun spot by a dog. All right, y'all, let's get straight into it. So, boom. This is what happened. Y'all, I had a beautiful female that I met who I dated for a couple months. She was at her job, and, you know, I just came from my job interview, you know, trying to get me a job. And I ended up going to her restaurant, or the fast restaurant that she worked at. And I was like, damn, like, you know, shorty bad, whatever. So I seen her, I talked to her, we laughed, we giggled, it was all cool. Then I left, and then I was like, bruh, like, you know when you like a girl so much to the fact that, like, you feel like spending the block, not even for the food, just for the female. I was gonna spend the block for the female, that's it. So I was going days. Every time I think about a female, I was thinking about her. I'm like, damn, she was pretty. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh, I went back, you know what I'm saying? And it was my lucky day that day when I went back. So shorty, when she seen me, she was like blushing and drunk. So I was like, yeah, you know, pulled up. I had my cousin on the phone. And when I seen her, I got to the window. I told her, hold on, put it down. You know, I told her how beautiful she was, all that, yada, yada, yada. And then she was there like blushing and drunk. She was smiling. She was, you know what I'm saying? So I asked her for a number. She gave me her number and everything was cool. So I'm texting shorty. Then one day, I think it was like a week later, she texted me. She was like, yeah, I'm at my friend's house. We're having a little pool party. So I said, shoot. I said, hey, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I said, I want to be with shorty. You feel me? I don't know the friends, but I said I want to be with shorty. So I pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when I pulled up, I got to the door. I heard, I'm hearing two dogs barking, bro. So I'm from Ireland. If y'all don't know, I've been running from dogs all my life. All right. So I pulled up. I heard the dogs barking. When I got there, the friends like, oh, no, the dog don't bite. It's a cool dog. It's a mutt. You know what I'm saying? They said both of them was mutts. I said, fine. One of them was a pit bull and one was a little dog. It was a little small little dog. So I said, fine. I'm cool. I'm chilling. Feel me? So I walked to the door. You know, I gave them all high fives. I gave them all hugs and stuff like that. They told me welcome to the family, whatever. We weren't even dating at the time. We were just cool. And I was getting to know her type junk. And they're like, welcome to the family, blah, blah. They give me hugs, you know what I'm saying? So now, boom, we ended up going to the pool and we having a good time. And all of a sudden, I see one of the people that I just met, who was in the pool with, I seen them was like, no. So apparently the dog was out here dry humping, the dog that bit me was out here dry humping the other dog. So if y'all don't know, female dogs go in heat. And when they go into heat, if you're a male, be careful, okay? So the dog was humping the other dog, it was dry humping the other dog, and you know what I'm saying, they separated them. So that was the first red flag. I should have known something was wrong, all right? So now we came out the pool. Shoot, night went smooth. I hugged my shorty, tell everyone goodbye. You know what I'm saying? We had a good night. She was like, you know, the next day I went to work. She texted me, she's like, hey, I had so much fun with you yesterday. Can you come back again? Now, this was a mistake right here. When I got home, I was going to originally have my day set. I was going to go to the gym, play basketball. You know, I was just going, you know what I'm saying, spend my day in the gym after work. And something in my soul was telling me, do not go type junk. You know what I'm saying? But then I thought about shorty. I said, I don't want to tell her no. And the next thing you know, it's like I kind of throw off the vibe that we was building. You feel me? So I said, you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to just go. Bruh, thank God, bro. I put on, remember I told you I was going to the gym. So I had on basketball shorts. Something in my mind told me, you know what? I go to the gym, we might go in the pool today. But I was like, you know what? I'll put some jeans on. You know what I'm saying? So I threw on some jeans and with the basketball shorts. Bruh, I get to the house, you know, shorty comes, give me hugs, we all get hugs, everything's going good. You feel me? Then they were talking about, oh, let's watch a movie. So I said, bet. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm about to try to cuddle with shorty. So, you know, we sitting down on the little couches or whatever. You know, we having a good time. We out here, you know what I'm saying? Chilling, watching the movie. So here comes the doggy, right? The pit bull. It's a pit bull mutt. Came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, because it was a recliner couch. It was a recliner couch. So I'm leaning back like this with my shorty like this. She's like this in my left arm, like this. With it was like a comforter type jump. We had a little blanket on us. So the dog came out of nowhere, right? I seen it walked up to me, but I'm not really like a dog. I'm kind of a dog person, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? So when the dog came to me, I thought I was looking for a little petting. So I stood out my hand, I rubbed the head and everything, and Then the dog came back and it sniffed my jump, right? So I didn't know what it was doing. I knew it came by me and sniffed my jump. I said, you know what I'm saying? I moved the head. You know what I'm saying? Apparently they say when a dog is sniffing your junk, you're not supposed to, or if it comes near there and it starts doing that, you're not supposed to push the head because it feels like you're being aggressive toward it. It's like you're rejecting it. So the dog came and sniffed my junk. So I moved the head, you know what I'm saying? And then the girl I was, dealing with at the time, she was laughing, her friends were laughing. I was like, no, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to that. So my first time encountering that. So boom. I got up, the movie was done. My partner was like, hey, bro, let's go hit. We got a little basketball court down the street. I said, oh shoot. I said, look, I ain't trying to cook you. You feel me? But if you want to, I really could. He was like, nah. He's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cook you, bro. I'm gonna mess you up. I said, you know what? I said, let's get our shoes on, man. Let's get it going, bro. So boom, I got I put on my shoes. Bro, this dude was taking 10 days to put his shoes on, bro. So this is what happened. Because of how long he took, I decided to sit down. So they have a table where it's like, I think it's two chairs at the end, 2 chairs on the other side, and a long bench on the far left side. So I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I decided to go sit down because I'm like, he's taking too long. So he sat down, I sat down first, then he sat down next to me to put his shoes on. Bruh, when I tell y'all, you can't see under the table. Once you sit down on the bench, all you can see is the table right here. You can't see under your, you know what I'm saying? Bruh. So we was talking, we was laughing. Bruh, I just felt something. I just felt something just chow down on my, bro. I felt something chow down on my balls, bruh. Bruh, I just felt some instant pressure on my balls, bruh. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, in that moment, I thought my balls died. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I honestly thought I did something to myself, bruh. When I pushed back on the table and I looked, bruh, the dog legit ran away, bruh. And then the thing is, I felt the pressure, but I didn't feel no bleeding, no nothing. So I'm like, okay, everything's still cool, bruh. Nah, bruh. I'm freaking out, bruh. And then I decided to go to the restroom. When I put on my boxes, I'm bleeding, bruh. The dog legitimately ripped my joint. It ripped my balls like down the middle, bruh. So I'm bleeding in my boxes, bruh. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I never seen like, bro. I've never heard a story like this before. I've never seen anything like this before. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, bruh. Tell me why the girl I was dealing with, one of her homeboys, who was the one I was supposed to play basketball with, talking about, hey, you good? Talking about some, let me see. Say, let me see, you got me messed up. He came into the bathroom with me. I said, bro, get out, bro. I said, what you doing, bro? I don't go that way, bro. I don't go that way. Talking about, let me see. Is everything okay? Show me. I'm a boy, so it's cool. I understand. I said, I don't understand. I said, you understand? I don't. I wasn't raised up that way. I said, you better get my shorty that I was dealing with all night, because I was hoping to lead up to this moment right here where I would show her eventually throughout the night. I said I didn't hope to show her that way, but shoot, I was hoping to show her my junk eventually. You feel me? Bruh. So she's like, she was like, okay, I'll come with you. In my mind, I was like, wait, I don't want to put that in her mind. I don't want to like make that be an instant replay to her every time she's seen it after that. If we want to do something, I don't want to like be like, oh my God, I remember the day when it was like that. I don't want to have that mentally in her mind. You know what I'm saying? So I said, never mind. So I went out. I'm telling them like, hey, we need to go to the EMT, bro. We need to go to an emergency room or urgent care or something. We need to go somewhere, bro. Bro, tell me why, bro. I am bleeding out. I'm starting to lose feeling in my legs, bro. And these people are looking for everything that they don't need in the situation. My dog talking about something. I need my bag of Takis. I said, bro, really, bro? I see you looking for a damn Cheeto bag. What, I'm out here dying, bro. Like, I said, you can't wait till when we come back. Y'all can drive back to the house and get it. Like, it's not that serious. Then my shorty talking about something. I need my lipstick. I said, for who? I said, the dude that you're trying to date, he's dying. He's out here trying to find life. My legs going out and dry, I can barely even walk. Then the other girl's like, oh, let me go ahead and walk the dog. I said the dog walked enough. He walked my ball. She walked my ball down. Okay? The dog walked enough. I said, we need to go. I said, or else y'all gonna have to, I said, different truck gonna pick me up today. So finally we get to the car. And then at the time, my shorty was not ready yet. She didn't have no license. But she drove me there anyway. You feel me? She drove me there. I ain't gonna lie. I felt I was gonna die that day. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I felt I was gonna die not only by the dog being by my balls, but also from my shorty driving, because I never seen her driving a day in my life. You feel me? But she got me there. She got me there safely. So, bro. So I'm at the hospital now, and I'm thinking they're gonna get me in and rush me into the room so they could get a situation fixed, bro. Heck no. They sat there. They were like, do you mind writing your name on this paper? Your social security, the date of birth. I said, hey man, I ain't got no time for that. I ain't got no time for that. My balls is bleeding, bro. I feel I'm gonna die. My legs hurt. I can't even feel my legs right now. I said, I feel like I'm a ghost. I feel like slowly but surely half my body is just leaving. Half my body's living out the door. It's not there no more. They're like, oh, just fill out this paperwork and then we'll get you in. I said, so y'all gonna wait till I die? Y'all gonna wait till when I die to finally rush me in the room? Is that how that goes? So they're like, so my shorty was like, he needs to get in the room. They were like, we can't do anything unless we have all the information. Anyways, so I sat down there bleeding out, and my shorty is legit like writing all the stuff on the paper and stuff like that. And then they finally get me to the room. Bruh, I'm gonna tell y'all this story right here. This is gonna make y'all laugh. Bruh, it was like 3 female doctors, bruh. They unzipped my pants, they rolled it down. They said, ooh. I said, yeah, that dog got me good. They were like, if I was you, I'll put that dog down. I said, I'm not like that. I'm a loving person. I don't believe in killing things or killing people. So they're like, yeah, I'm just saying, me personally, for what it did to you, I wouldn't do that. So boom. So when they put my pants down, I'm like, damn, I got 3 fine doctors in front of me, bruh. Tell me why I'm not getting hard, bruh. I said, something wrong. So the doctors are here trying to stitch me up and all kind of crazy junk. And I mean, they're trying to give me like little tetanus shots and stuff like that. In case, if you know what tetanus shots are. They give me them little shots and stuff like that. And all I'm wondering is why my junk is not getting hard. You feel me? So they're like, what's wrong? I said, I guarantee y'all, I am not gay. They bust out laughing. They're like, why are you saying that? And I was like, it's 3 of y'all, and on a regular day, if 3 of y'all had touched near my zipper, you would have found out. I said, from there, y'all would have knew what I'm on, okay? Because it gets excited, really. It's like a rocket, you feel me? I'm sorry. But yeah, I told him not gay because on a regular day, I would not be soft like that. You feel me? I said, y'all would have found out. I said, it would have been Luke Skywalker sword. As you open my zipper, I go, you know what I'm saying? Like it would light up like a glow stick. You feel me? And then they started laughing, bruh. So, bruh, later on to the procedure now, we're getting it done. We you know what I'm saying? We're progressing. She brought a needle. You know what I'm saying? She brought a needle in a box. On something like, it was like the needle was having a funeral type junk. Like she brought it in a box. She's like, we gonna have to numb the area. I said, okay. I'm thinking they about to give me a shot in like my pelvic area, my legs, my thighs, somewhere it gonna add up. Bruh. So I'm like, doc, where's that? She's like, exactly where the wound is. I said, ma'am, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do not want them needles anywhere near my balls, bruh. She thought that's the only way we can do it. That's the only way. So you know how you ask a doctor when they're giving you a shot. You're like, hey, is it gonna hurt? That's the first question anybody asks if you're normal. They usually be like, no, not really. It's just gonna be a little pinch. I said, doc, is it gonna hurt? She was like, oh yeah, definitely. She said, oh yeah, it's gonna sting. Oh yeah. She said, oh yeah, it's gonna burn. And she watched me. She was like, yeah. She said it's equivalent to a bee sting. Yeah. I said, well, doc, I feel better. Okay. I already feel my balls feeling better. I can feel my legs again. I said, I'm fine. I don't even need that no more. I don't even need to get stitched up. It's fine. I mean, the blood is not dripping no more. We good. I said, they'll put a band-aid on it. We'll put a couple band-aids on it. We don't need no stitches. We just put band-aids on it and call it a day. She was like, no, that's not how that works. It's going to open back up. I said, well, shoot, doc, anything but the needles. I don't want the needles, okay? But yeah, she told me it's gonna be a feeling of bee stings. So I'm like, okay, hoping it was gonna be like three needle pokes. This lady poked me 12 times. I felt 12 bee stings. When I tell y'all, I've never felt my toes curl. I was like this on my toes in the moment. Just imagine yourself feeling pain and you're watching your toes curl. I'm feeling it locking. That was crazy. I felt like a female. But anyways, yeah, and in that moment, I realized I wanted to get that dog put down. Okay, I want to get that dog put down. I wanted it dead. Because I went through all that pain. Them bee stings wasn't it. Okay. But anyways, I didn't get the dog killed though. You know what I'm saying? I said my love is there's too much love in me to do something like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I was tempted by all them bee stings I felt. If y'all was wondering, I am back to normal. It's like it never happened. So the dog did not bite. It didn't like bite and it didn't like it bit my ball or it legitimately like have teeth marks in my, all it did was that the pressure was so bad. Thank God I had on jeans and basketball shorts. All that really happened was the pressure on the bite. It just basically made the lining on the balls. It just opened up. That's all it did. The dog didn't mess with my balls, nothing. It just, all it did was the pressure. That's it. They just opened up the skin, but it was easily attached. All they did was they sutured it and then it was back to normal. So yeah, if y'all didn't know, y'all know something new about me. Me for real. That's the end of my video right here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I enjoyed telling y'all. I'm happy to see y'all. I might go live after this, because that's what I do. And what it is, Rockman Crew. Y'all have a great night. Peace.